Hi everyone, my name is Kim Chitwood. I'm a pastor at Crossbridge Community Church, and this is Next Steps with Kim. I have a dog, a golden retriever named Max, who loves to play fetch. And I'll take him outside, usually bring a tennis ball or some sort of ball, and I'll throw it and he will run as fast as he can to catch it. He'll grab it in his teeth and he'll run it right back to me. And then he clenches it harder and harder and looks at me like, "Come on, Mom, take it from me." And I can't get the ball out of his mouth. After a while, we'll go inside and with drool coming down from his mouth, I'll try to reach in and grab it out and I just can't. So often what I have to do is I've got to get his favorite treat and wrap it all in bacon and cheese and peanut butter and lay it down on the floor and walk away. He'll grab it up as quick as he can and then try to get the ball back again. And that's the only way I can get it from him. And I got thinking about myself and that there are so many times in my life that I have things that I hold tight to, even though I know God wants me to let them go to Him. And so I'll maybe try to open my hands maybe just a little bit where my fingertips will be curved still, because if I think He's asking for it, I want to clench my fists real tight again. Maybe it's, finances, or maybe it's a relationship, or maybe it's a job situation. And maybe it's just something in life that I want so desperately to keep that God asked me to let go of. But I know He wants it. And what I found about God is that I'll sit there and I'll hold my hand out like this, thinking, okay, God, just take it. But before you do, put something else that looks better to me in place so that I won't feel bad about letting it go. A better job or a raise or a better relationship, and then I'll let it go. But God requires us to move. He requires us, like I want my dog Max to drop it. It's the movement. It's our choice. But sometimes it's difficult. There's a man in the Bible, in the book of Mark, that I think understood how to drop it, how to let it go. His name was Bartimaeus. He was blind. It's in chapter 10, and it starts in verse 46. And this is what it says. Then he came to Jericho as Jesus and his disciples, together with a large crowd, were leaving the city. A blind man, Bartimaeus, which means son of Timaeus, was sitting by the roadside begging. When he heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to shout, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." Many rebuked him and told him to be quiet, but he shouted all the more, "Son of David, have mercy on me." Jesus stopped and said, "Call him." So they called to the blind man, "Cheer up, on your feet, he's calling you." Throwing his cloak aside, he jumped to his feet and came to Jesus. "What do you want me to do for you?" Jesus asked him. The blind man said, "Rabbi, I want to see." "Go," said Jesus, "your faith has healed you." Immediately he received his sight and followed Jesus along the road. So how does Bartimaeus drop it? What does he let go of? Because he clearly wants something, but he also, I believe, knows that there's things he has to let go of. Well, first, what's so cool about this is he's shouting. He knows Jesus is around, and he's shouting to him, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." People are saying, "Shh, be quiet. You're being an embarrassment." But he doesn't care. So I think the first thing he lets go of is expectations. He lets go of other people's expectations. He also lets go of the expectations he may have about himself. So he drops them. And then Jesus calls to him, and this is so cool. He actually jumps up and throws his cloak aside. Now, Bartimaeus was blind. he didn't have a job. He wasn't able to earn money. He had to beg for money. I believe his cloak was his only possession. And I can see as he's jumping up and throwing aside his cloak, other beggars are scrambling for it. I have a feeling he knew this would happen, but it didn't matter to him because he let go of his possession in order to get to Jesus. And then I think my favorite part of his letting go is when Bartimaeus jumps up. And can you see, here's this blind man jumping up. And I think if I jump, I'm going to run. He had literally ran to Jesus. And so here is this blind man who let go of the obstacle of his blindness to get to Jesus. How much do you have you're holding on to, maybe tight like my dog, when there's something better for you? Maybe not physical healing, but some type of healing in your soul. Are you holding on to your possessions when you know God is calling you to let go? Maybe you're holding on to expectations. God's saying, let them go. Come to me. Or maybe you're holding on to things that have been hindrances or obstacles in your path. And Jesus says, let go. Come to me. To Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me. Heal me from what's going on. Heal my soul, my spirit, my life. Make it better, God. But he says, what you've got to do first, hold on, let go. So this week I want you to think about that. Think about what you may be holding tight onto that your Jesus wants you to let go of. And you know it's better if you let go. Well, have a good week, everyone. This has been Next Steps with Kim.